And what's good, everybody? Welcome back in. Glad to have you guys back at the stream once again tonight. I'm behind your basketball second game, part of the doubleheader, covering this one between the number 7 seed Oklahoma Sooners in the Big 12 Conference Tournament semifinals, taking on the number 3 seed, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Oklahoma, big victory coming off yesterday over Baylor, as they made 11 threes as a team, 72-67 last night. And Texas Tech coming off a massive victory over Iowa State, 72-41, forcing 12 steals, 20 total turnovers by the Cyclones, holding Iowa State to 31% from the floor. Hopefully much better matchup than the last one. The winner of this game will take on Kansas in the Big 12 Tournament Championship tomorrow. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and glad to have you guys on the stream once again, as we're going to tip off in about 3 minutes from now in this one for tonight. A lot of games going on currently. We'll keep you guys posted throughout scores during the course of the night. Kentucky leading Vanderbilt 39-33 currently at the start of the second half. VCU needs to take this one if they want to make it into March Madness. Richmond leading VCU 31-24. 2.5 left to go in the first. Colorado leading Arizona 21-16. Colorado beat Arizona a couple weeks back. And Arizona without their point guard, as he was seen in the walking boot and on crutches, Kurt Kriisa, entering the arena today for that Pac-12 semifinal matchup. UConn leading Villanova 15-14. And Purdue having a lot of trouble against Penn State. 12-4 Penn State. So feel free to vote in the poll. Who do you guys got in this one? Oklahoma or Texas Tech? Texas Tech getting red hot at the right moment, winning their last 9 out of 12 games. Last game destroying Iowa State by 31 points last night, 72-41. Oklahoma coming into this game 7th in 2-point shooting percentage, and that's what Baylor's struggle had been, defending the interior. Oklahoma able to take aim at that, along with making 11 made threes. Baylor was cold from the outside, shooting just 3 for 22 yesterday. Texas Tech entering this matchup here as the top team in defensive efficiency in all college basketball per KenPom. What I saw from them last night, they play extremely hard. Super hard. They are a deep team with 9 players averaging at least 14.5 minutes or more. And they currently got the number 7 ranked defense in all college basketball. They also got the number 3 ranked 2-point defense and 30th in 2-point shooting percentage. Yes, brackets are going to be released on Sunday, 6 p.m. Yeah, so I plan on covering a Selection Sunday show this coming Sunday for the live reactions. Alright, we're going to tip off in just a moment. Thanks so much for joining in, everybody. Make sure to hit that like before you pop on the stream for today. Definitely helps out the stream being found on the algorithm. Appreciate all for joining in. Hit me up in the chat. Who do you got in this one tonight? Oklahoma or Texas Tech in this matchup? Texas Tech will go in their Tech jerseys, white uniforms, red numbers, red letters. They played in the late game yesterday at 9:30 Eastern time, so same time slot. They're tipping off for this one. Oklahoma gonna go in what I believe will be their red uniforms, white numbers, white letters. We'll update that once they're able to get those teams onto the court. Yeah, hopefully a much better competitive game for this one tonight than the last one. Vanderbilt out to an 8-2 run starting off the second half. Shocking Kentucky right now. 41-39 Vandy. We'll see if Oklahoma can hang in there in the glass tonight with Texas Tech. Texas Tech just wears you out. Texas Tech, big second chance rebounding type of team. Wear their opponents out on the glass. Get a ton of deflections. If UConn wins tonight, I plan on covering the Big East Championship if UConn's able to get past Nova. If not, it would be the Big 12 final. So if UConn wins, I'll cover the Big East Championship and then the ACC Championship as well. I hope to cover tomorrow. Texas Tech controls the tip. They go left to right on the court with the ball first. The Red Raiders have it at their wing with Adonis Arms. Bounce past the right baseline. Dribbles up into the key. Bryson Williams. Hook shot. Puts it through, and that's good for 2. So quick start for Tech. 30 seconds into the game. Oklahoma first possession of the night. Another way to beat Texas Tech, you got to make the threes. Oklahoma made 11 to upset Baylor yesterday. Oklahoma flings it out to the corner, out to the wing. Pump fake, open 3. Umoja Gibson, he hits it from the outside for the Sooners. Massive game here for Oklahoma. If they win, they probably put themselves right into the bracket, 19-14, and give them a 5-game separation between the win and loss. Bounce pass, right baseline, Texas Tech, second possession of the night. Down low, they move it out to the top. Arms extra pass out to the wing. Shannon takes the 3. He lets one through. Rips that one through by TJ Shannon. A lot of players were in and out of the lineup for Texas Tech this season. This team's got great culture all around their program under first-year head coach Mark Adams. They won a game back in early January with only 8 players available for that game against Kansas. 18.5 left to go in the first. Gibson, who just made a 3, dribbles towards his left around the perimeter. He is defended by Arms. Gibson dribbles up, bounce pass down low, battle for the loose ball, and it gets stolen away by Texas Tech. Texas Tech, 12 steals in the last game against Iowa State. They get their first in the night there. Always look to fight for those 50-50 balls. So Banner, pump fake, jumper, and he gets called for pushing off. So that'll be a turnover by Texas Tech. Porter Moser keeping the Sooners team alive. With a win today, they jump into the bracket. With a loss, they'd probably be one of the first teams in the NIT bracket. Top of the key, Tanner Groves moves it out to the wing to Gibson. Bounce pass, low block is Jalen Hill. Hill dribbles towards his right, moves it back out on top. Groves fires the pass down low, and you can't have that if you're Oklahoma. That's a turnover. Hot tamale right down inside. Groves too fast in that fastball, looking for his brother. Jacob Groves underneath the hoop, and the 35-34 connection just wasn't there. Texas Tech comes back with the ball. 17:45 left to go in the first. Let me know out on the stream who do you got in this one tonight if you haven't already done so, Texas Tech or Oklahoma, and feel free to vote in the poll as well. Texas Tech, third possession of the game. They move it out to the wing. Terrence Shannon. Shannon passes to the middle. Marcus Santos Silva floats up the shot. Off the front rim, missed, and defensive rebound pulled down by Oklahoma by Tanner Groves. Sooners with the ball. Jalen Hill moves it back outside. It's Goldwire. Transfer from Duke who had it, but Groves away from the basketball. That's Tanner who gets called on the offensive foul. That'll be turnover number 2 by Oklahoma, and Tanner Groves will check out of the game right now for the Sooners. Tanner Groves, number 2 rebounder in Oklahoma. That's a tough loss right now. Not even 3 minutes into the game, as Texas Tech is a really good rebounding team, and they suffer their number 2 rebounder heading towards the bench with a quick foul. Out to the corner, catch and fire, Dream McCullough in the air, missed off the back rim. Offensive rebound. There you go, back to Texas Tech with Santos Silva. Arm, spin move, right down the lane. He scores up and in off the backboard. Oh, man, put him on turbo for number 25. Adonis Arms takes it straight to the rack. Texas Tech up 7-3. 16:40 left to go in the first. Top of the key, Jordan Goldwire. A lot of transfers into this game. He's a transfer from Duke. Tipped. Battle for the rebound. Santos Silva tried to get to it. Couldn't in time. It's going to stay Oklahoma ball. Marcus Santos Silva, right down the road from me, native of Taunton, Massachusetts. Transfer from VCU in his second season for the Red Raiders. Both of these teams made up of transfers. That's what Texas Tech did in the portal. Some of these players have some pretty good tournament experience, specifically Kevin O'Banner. Played at Oral Roberts, was part of that Sweet 16 run alongside Max Asmus last season. A right baseline dribble. Jacob Groves moves it back out to the wing. Deflected pass, turnover. Goes right back to Texas Tech with a steal. Active hands all over the place here by this Red Raiders team. McCullough dribbles up, pump fake, moves it out to the top. O'Banner takes a look at the three. Missed off the back rim. And defensive rebound gets pulled down by Jacob Groves. Oklahoma back with the ball. 16 minutes approaching the mark left to play in the first. Yeah, Marcus Santos Silva is from Taunton, Mass. So yeah, he's not too far away from us. Right baseline dribble. Floats one up. It's off the mark by Davey on the board. Deflected out of bounds, and it will be Oklahoma ball. Oklahoma hanging in right now with their defense. We're going to take the first media timeout of the game. Sooners struggling with the turnovers, though. They've got 4 straight turnovers in the last 3.5 minutes. Just trying to see if they can get a quality possession here on the board as we're going to take the timeout. 7-3 Texas Tech. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Also posted to the chat is the link for the channel bracket challenge group. Feel free to join that if anybody's interested. They got the ESPN bracket challenge group out there. All are welcome to join in if you haven't already done so. What's good, JL? Welcome to stream. Yeah, Michigan State did really well tonight. I was shocked by that. Wisconsin is kind of odd. Their metrics are not that good. They rely on one player specifically with Johnny Davis, and Johnny Davis did not have a good game today. I was not high at all on Michigan State past couple weeks because they had kept on losing and losing and losing. Maybe they're the team that channels their inner like UCLA and goes on a run. I'm not sure myself. This year is just so weird. I think the thing for Michigan State, because they don't really have that star type of player for them. That's the thing I feel like's missing for that team, and also has been the turnovers for them. They've been struggling a lot with their turnovers and guard play this year. They have a really good amount of front court players in that team, though. Raymond, welcome back to the stream. Hopefully this one's going to be much better than the last game. Malika, welcome back in. Texas Tech came into this matchup as the favorite. 7.5 point favorites today. Oklahoma having a lot of trouble with turnovers. They turned it over 4 times in this game to the first 4 minutes and 12 seconds. Quick update in the scores. Vanderbilt leading Kentucky 46-44. This is just crazy, these scores from today. Richmond leading VCU at halftime 37-29. VCU in some really, really bad trouble right now. They are in hot water. Might not make it into the tournament if they don't play a solid second half. Arizona, they were trailing early, now lead Colorado 29-24. Arizona scores in bunches. UConn, Villanova, great game tonight, 25-all with 5 minutes left to go before half. Penn State leading Purdue 20-13. Memphis up over UCF 8-2. And this is a game to watch. Wyoming taking on Boise State. This game tipped off. That's going to be for seed lines. Especially for Wyoming. If Wyoming wins, that's a lock in the bracket for the Cowboys. Yeah, things going pretty well, Joe. Unfortunately for me, Providence got crushed today. Wasn't expecting that at all. Yeah, sorry to hear about your Illini there, man. It's a lot of shocking losses. Auburn with a loss today against Texas A&M. Daniel, welcome back in. We're back into action. Oklahoma with the ball. They move it out on top. Here's a 3, top of the key. Missed off the rim short. Battle for the rebound. Able to get the rebound back between 3 defenders. And it gets blocked out of bounds. Though Oklahoma drew some contact going up in the air. I think it's going to be a blocking foul. Yeah, I heard that Plummer was shooting bricks today. Jalen Hill is going to go to the free throw line, so this will be 2 shots here for Oklahoma. First one is good. Yeah, Indiana just put themselves in the bracket with that win today. Oklahoma can move in the right direction, do the same with a big win tonight here. Second one, that is good. So Oklahoma coming off a massive victory last night over Baylor. 15-20 left to go in the first. McCullough on the outside, around the perimeter. McCullough gets the ball back, puts up the jumper, hits it at the right baseline short. Yeah, that's interesting. I heard about that. So Deshaun Watson with no charges today. Maybe he goes to the Steelers. This pass gets picked off. Dribbles behind his back. No calls. He was contacted at midcourt. That was Davion Warren. The ball went loose and it went out of bounds. Either way, nice steal right there by Davion Warren. This team is just, man, they swarm to the basketball. They got so many defenders on this team with active hands. It's scary playing this team. Oklahoma has it out on the wing. Backing his way to the elbow. Number 15, Ethan Chargot, transfer from SMU. Deep range three, missed off the mark. And Texas Tech didn't need to do that as they had two defenders. Davion Warren and Kevin O'Banner crash into each other, trying to go up for the rebound in the corner, and both of them had it out of bounds. Should have just left it out of bounds. So Oklahoma is going to get the inbounds. 14.5 left to go in the first. Oklahoma 1 for 6 shooting from the floor. Right baseline, floater off the glass, missed. Rebound picked up by Bryson Williams, swarming to the glass constantly for Texas Tech. Woody, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you back in. They cover so much space on the court. Like all these shots trying to get off, it's just so tough. And they play 9 players deep. This team has really come a long way. I think they could give Gonzaga a tough matchup. They played against Gonzaga. That's going to be a corner three. Rips it through Davion Warren for the triple. Texas Tech played Gonzaga back in December. Texas Tech didn't have many power conference games by that time, so they weren't prepared as much, and they had players out of that game. They've come a long way. Floater, that's good. Nice possession there by Oklahoma, cutting right baseline to the hoop. That's a bucket. That goes down by Marvin Johnson on the board for the first time tonight. 13.5 left to go. Driving, floats up a wild shot, missed off the top of the glass by Bryson Williams. Defensive rebound hauled down by Oklahoma. It's by Jacob Gross. Oklahoma will take it past midcourt. Umoja Gibson, defended around the perimeter by McCullough. Moves it out on top off to Chargot. Chargot passes off to Gibson. Gibson, edge of the Big 12 logo. Gibson dribbles up to the top of the key. Drives on Santos Silva. Kicks it out to the corner. Open three. Hits it. Drive and kick. That's how you have to win this game. Shots away. And from the perimeter, it goes. Jalen Hill makes the 3 ball. It's a 2-point game. Oklahoma trying to live another day to see if they can make it into the bracket. To the corner. Deflected pass. Oklahoma comes out with a steal. Here they go past midcourt. Dribbling up to the free throw circle. Dump off. Hill between 3 defenders. And called lowering the shoulder. It's an offensive foul. Turnover by Oklahoma with 12:36 remaining. This game right from the get-go, there's just bodies flying all over the place right now. Hopefully you took the under in this one, because this game looks like it's got 50s all over it. Johnny, welcome back in, man. Yeah, that's right, Oklahoma. They had some big victories this season. Teams just beat each other apart in the Big 12. And that pass gets picked off. Oklahoma comes out with a steal. Nice job to read the route. Couldn't finish with a layup, though. Missed by Marvin Johnson. Goes back to McCullough for Texas Tech. Red Raiders have the ball. McCullough moves it on top off to a Banner. Back to McCullough. Bounce pass. Right baseline to Bryson Williams. Backs his way. Powerful move over Groves. He scores. Just bully ball down in the low post here. Bryson Williams up to 4 points. 12 minutes left to go in the first. Umoja Gibson moves it on top to Tanner Groves. Back over to Gibson. Gibson dribbles up to the elbow. Lost the handle of the ball. Gets it back. Moves it out to the corner. Off to CJ Noland. Passes off to Gibson once again. Gibson moves it cross court into the hands of Marvin Johnson at the rim. Passes outside. 3-ball. Air ball. And it goes out of bounds. Texas Tech contesting everything. It's going to go back to the Red Raiders. 11:37 left to go in the first. And we're going to take a media timeout. What's good, Spaghetti Factory? Welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for the dono, brother. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, huge victory there for Michigan State. See, my worry about Wisconsin is that they rely on Johnny Davis so much. Like, what happens if Johnny Davis has an off game? And that's exactly what happened tonight. He had an off game. He only had one basket in the first half, and they ended up losing. And best of luck out there. Take it Oklahoma, Villanova in these games for today. Kentucky starting to pull away, 54-47, 12 minutes left to play over Vanderbilt. Vandy giving them a fight. Oscar Tshiebwe, one more rebound. He's got a double-double, 12 points, 9 boards. Tony, welcome in. Glad to have you in the stream. If you guys haven't already done so, make sure to spike the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Feel free to join the Bracket Challenge group that I have out there. We're going to be doing the Bracket Challenge group over on ESPN once again. So all are welcome to join in. Arizona leading Colorado 38-32. Looks like nothing much has changed. Kirk Ariza, he left that game against Stanford with a pretty bad injury. And Arizona, though, they are one of the top offensive teams in the nation. And good sign to see from them early, putting up 38 points with around 3 minutes left to go in the first half. It's a really good sign right there. Yeah, Tubelis picking up the load. Aeschylus, Tubelis, 11 points. They got Justin Kier getting the start today, and he's got 8 points for Arizona, shooting 56.5% from the floor. So even though they're man down with their point guard, nothing's phased them so far. UConn, Villanova, this game's tied up at 30 in the final minute before halftime. Penn State leading Purdue 27-20. I just don't get it. Purdue has been playing like garbage for the last 5 games. I mean, this team at the beginning of the season, they were blowing out teams left and right. They were putting up constant like 80s, 90s on the board. Now they're scoring into the 60s. They get so much more potential. It seems like they're not taking anything serious. Virginia Tech leading North Carolina 10-9. Boise State up over Wyoming 15-8. Johnny's bracket is Arkansas beating Providence in the title. Oh man, Providence is gonna have to be miles farther down the road than what they've done today. That was, oh man, they got blown out against Creighton. Yeah, Creighton looking like they're probably gonna be like an 8 or a 9 seed. Possibly a 7, and they got destroyed by them. That's not good. I fear Selection Sunday when I see Chattanooga on the board. I'm going to take Chattanooga in that game. If they play Providence in the 13 versus 4, if that's the matchup on Selection Sunday, I don't think they're going to put Vermont in for that, because Providence had already played Vermont. So 11:38 left to go in the first. Yeah, they just don't have any defense. There's just so much potential there for that team, and they're trailing against Penn State right now. So we get back to action. 4-point game. Oklahoma going to get the inbounds. Around the outside, they move the ball. Marvin Johnson. Passes on top to Gibson. Now out over to Jacob Groves. His pass goes cross-court. Pump fake. Open jumper for Oklahoma. Missed off the back rim by Noland. Battle for the loose ball on the far side. That's a big-time hustle play right there by number 0, Kevin O'Banner, as he pins it off an Oklahoma player out of bounds. What's good? Baseball life in the stream. Welcome in, man. Glad to have you back in. That's awesome. Best of luck out there to your videos you're doing. Glad to have you back in. So, yeah, OG throwback to the channel. He's been on the streams for like 3 years. I think he was like my 5th subscriber. Texas Tech by 4 as they have the ball. Approaching 11 minutes left to play. Arms, pass, down low, stripped of it was O'Banner. Texas Tech will get it back, though it went out of bounds. Texas Tech will get the inbounds underneath their hoop. They move it out to the corner. That one gets intercepted. Marvin Johnson comes in, picks up the steal. Johnson moves it out inside, and that will be a jumper that goes down by Tanner Groves. Playing with a lot of fight here, like they should belong in the bracket. 10:45 left to go in the first. McCullough out to the top. Bryson Williams gives it outside to the wing. Davion Ward dribbles, attacks, pump fake, puts one up, and he scores up and in off the window. Yeah, thanks so much, man. Things have really done well here for the channel lately, man. Getting to the rim, that's one of the key components for Texas Tech all season long. This pass deflected, active hands on the near side. Couldn't complete it, though. There was a reach-in on it, too. Oscar Tshiebwe just hit a double-double. He's got 12 points and 11 rebounds now, along with 4 blocks tonight. Kentucky's still leading Vanderbilt 54-47. Inbound off to Tanner Groves of Oklahoma. 10:20 left to go in the first. Oklahoma hanging in there, down by 4. Dribbling up into the elbow. They move it outside to Groves. Groves, pass deflected, and again, Texas Tech gets called on a reach and foul. That'll be team foul number 3 by the Red Raiders. They had 2 of those they were looking to go on the break for. This team yesterday was so dangerous on the fast break against Iowa State. They just kept on stealing pass after pass after pass and getting behind the defense for easy dunks. Midway through the first, Oklahoma possession. Outside Groves makes the pass to the left corner of the gold wire, shoots the 3 off the front rim, and ripped away in the rebound by McCullough. Passes off to Bryson Williams. Williams floats one up with a right hand, sneaks it through. That's good for 2. Out on the break, Texas Tech gets it done again right there. Off of the rebounds. Bryson Williams, all Big 12 first team. They don't have any offensive numbers that's eye-popping as far as players. Reason why is because of this team's depth. They go 9 players deep, averaging over 14.5 minutes per game this season for Texas Tech, and right there they force a turnover. And this team is all defense. This team's the top defense in defensive efficiency, leading all of college basketball. Randy, welcome back into the stream, man. Bryson Williams popping off, though. Last 3 games averaging above 17 points per game. Villanova going up by 1 into halftime, 33-32 over UConn. Bounce pass, Santos Silva gets it, puts one up, and he scores. Tough bucket, up and through for 2. It's going to be a timeout taken by Porter Moser here for Oklahoma, 20-12. With 9:07 left to go in the first, as Texas Tech extends their lead to 8. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much all for joining in tonight. If anybody would be interested in joining the Behind Your Basketball Bracket Challenge group, feel free to do so. That link is pinned in the chat right now, is posted in the chat in blue. So I got the link over there. We're going to do the Bracket Challenge group on ESPN once again. All you have to do is just click the link. If you already have an ESPN account, all you have to do is just hit join, and then you'll be able to be a part of the bracket challenge group. Craig, welcome back in. No. I do not think Michigan will be in. 17-14 in a loss against UCF. I don't think it's going to be enough. Especially if Purdue loses to Penn State today. That makes things tougher because Michigan blew out Purdue a couple weeks ago. UCF is getting destroyed by Memphis, 24-5. So that doesn't help the cause. Under 9 minutes left to go in the first. On the outside, Oklahoma with the ball just looking for something. If they can get some type of shot that can convert on something here. From the corner, they got a good look. Gibson with a 3. There you go as he drills it. That gets you right back into the game. Finding open looks from the perimeter just like that. 2 for 4, or 3 for 9 from three-point range for Oklahoma, shooting 33% as a team so far. Santos Silva, jumper. That goes awkwardly off the top right corner of the glass. Oklahoma comes out with a defensive rebound. Driving, blocked from behind, and this will go and be a blocking foul charge to Texas Tech. It's going to be Jordan Goldwire coming up to the free throw line. First shot missed off the mark. Santos Silva playing through a stinger right now as he's going to have to take a seat on the bench. O'Banner comes back into the game. Looks like he has a stinger in his right finger, on one of his fingers right now. What's good, Isaac? Welcome in. Second one's good. So it's a 4-point game. Oklahoma hanging in tough right now. Yeah, Celtics beat the Pistons 114-103. Once again, it's the fourth quarter. Celtics outscored the Pistons 22-13 in the fourth. Ball gets stolen away by Oklahoma. They have it back once again. Out to the wing. Bounce past baseline. Moves it out to the corner. Tanner Groves working on one defender. It is Bryson Williams. Groves passes down low and they score. Nice cut to the hoop there. That is Jalen Hill. He is up to 7 points. 7.5 left to go in the first. Texas Tech with the ball. Santos Silva moves it out to Bryson Williams, who takes a 3 right down the chute. It goes right there by Bryson Williams. Talk about a player that stepped up here for Texas Tech. Bryson Williams has really come on strong. He's the sharpshooter of this team, 42% from three-point range. This team has a little bit of everything to them. That is a tough foul committed. It's going to be a charge taken by Texas Tech as they go hard into the paint. Terrence Shannon puts his body in the line, takes the charge. But yeah, Texas Tech primarily basically defense. It's what they are, top defense at all college hoops. But, I mean, Bryson Williams has come on strong, adding sharpshooting to this team lately. Just feels like they need another perimeter threat. That's the thing. Yeah, if they do make it in, they'd be in the play-in game. They're probably going to play Wyoming in the play-in game. Yeah, there's some bid stealers out there, though. Potentially could be a bid stealer. I'm thinking, actually tomorrow the bracket's gonna have to get updated because North Texas gets put into the at-large. So North Texas is a 6-loss team. I take them ahead of Michigan and Xavier, and definitely BYU. So there's going to be a 2-bid Conference USA. That should happen. Crushing for them that they can only score 36 points today, though. It's too bad. All those smaller conferences, you go on a massive winning streak like they did. They had 15 straight games at one point that they won for North Texas. And it's just, if you have one bad day, that just crushes your dreams. All you have to have is just one bad day, and that's it. You don't even make it into the tournament. It's too bad because some of these teams have great track records. Because say if Vermont has that same case, all you need is just one bad day. If they have one bad day against UMBC, and that's it. What's good, Bruin? Welcome to membership, man. Appreciate it, brother. Let's get that member hype for Bruin out in the chat. Oop. 1 second here, just had to make an update. It's 18-23 right now as they just lost the score for a moment. I got it back. No, I used to be able to update multiple text boxes. I guess it can only do one right there. What's good, Victoria? Welcome to stream. Right now in the timeout, North Carolina, Virginia Tech tied up at 14. Memphis is crushing UCF 30-9. Purdue has taken a lead over Penn State 35-31 at halftime. That's the Purdue team that right there that we know of. This has been a gritty type of game so far. Expected. 7 minutes left to go in the first half. Back to action. Texas Tech has the ball as they lead by 5. Top of the key. They move it inside. Spin move O'Banner. Back out to the top for Texas Tech. Off to McCullough. McCullough at the top of the key. Dribbles towards his left. Gives it over to Bryson Williams. Bryson Williams backs his way to the elbow. Puts the ball into the hands of Davion Warren. Fadeaway J. He hits it. Davion Warren for 2. Texas Tech by 7. Dio, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining in. Sarah, welcome in. Got some Texas Tech fans. Glad to have you people be a part of the stream tonight. If you guys are new, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Oklahoma down low. Quick response. Jalen Hill keeping the Sooners into this game. He almost has half of the points so far. 9 out of the 20 for Jalen Hill. Yeah, that's a really good game. I took UConn in that one. It's a nice close matchup. Here's a 3. That's good from the outside for Texas Tech. Kevin O'Banner knocks down the triple. Yeah, I'm actually a Providence fan myself. I'm from Massachusetts, not too far away from Providence. Yeah, that was a rough game today against Creighton. It's going to be a tough one, I feel like, in the bracket. I don't know. I think they might draw up a team like Chattanooga, and they might be out in the first round. Based on how they played today, that was just pathetic. .540 left to go in the first. 8-point lead for Texas Tech. Oklahoma gets the ball back. Hill moves it out to the corner. Into the hands of Ethan Chargo. Dribbles towards the free throw circle. Hands it off to Gibson. Tried to drive down the lane. Texas Tech defense told him no. Right baseline dribble. Passes on top off to Hill. Hill jacks up a contested shot. High arcing. And wasn't able to hit the backboard. That's a shot clock violation by Oklahoma. Yeah, Villanova UConn right now at halftime. The score is 33-32. Yeah, a lot of underdogs today. A lot of teams working their way to get into the bracket. Texas A&M proved that earlier today against Auburn. And Vandy's actually... Vandy was playing Kentucky pretty close tonight. Yeah, most of the game. Kentucky up now, extending the lead 67-60 for Kentucky. Do I know Clay Travis? I heard of that, Vaughn. I've heard of him. 5 minutes left to go before halftime. Oklahoma with the ball. On the outside, a pass off to the cut, and the layup is good. Left hand, Jalen Hill. Single-handedly keeping the Sooners in this matchup right now. Puts it to a 6-point game. Possession for Texas Tech. Passing out to the corner, missing the mark on it though. Davion Warren overshoots Adonis Arms. And that'll be a Red Raiders turnover. So Jalen Hill already surpassing his season average. Tonight he's got 11 out of the 22. Half of the points for Oklahoma. He's averaging 8.9 points per game. Oklahoma brings up the court with Goldwire. Goldwire moves it out to the right wing to Marvin Johnson. Dribbles towards his left, bounce past top of the key Chartigo. The transfer from SMU gives it over to Gibson on the outside. Gibson defended by Santos Silva. Makes the pass off to Johnson. Floats up the runner, missed off the back rim, and defensive rebound gets pulled down by Adonis Arms. Texas Tech with the ball. They're up by 6, looking to extend it. Arms moves it out towards his left. Terrence Shannon makes the pass to O'Banner. Made 1-3. Takes 2, and he hits it. Kevin O'Banner, he has NCAA tournament experience for this man. Transfer from Oral Roberts, part of that dangerous duo, him and Max Asmus, last year to the Sweet 16. Part of an 11-4 run for the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Sooners have the ball. They'll take a jumper, and they're contacted. Or it's from the outside. It's actually going to be a turnover. Shot clock violation. What a hustle right there by Texas Tech. Far side of the court contesting the Gibson jumper. And that is the second shot clock violation in the last 4 possessions being thrown up by Oklahoma. This Texas Tech defense is something special. The defense never rests. So physical, contesting everything. As right now we're going to take a timeout. 31-22. Texas Tech up by 9. Man, I got to see this game last night after I covered Philly against Brooklyn. For Texas Tech. Man, they play so hard. This team plays so hard. I think they're going to be a tough out in the bracket, especially if they're making 3-point shots. Texas Tech is 5 of 7 from 3-point range. Kevin O'Banner's made 2 threes. Terrence Shannon has made a 3. Davion Warren has made a 3. Bryson Williams has made a 3. So you had the number 1 defense and defensive efficiency this season, plus them making 3s right now. Oh yeah, this team is something special here. Jalen Hill is saving Oklahoma. He's got 11 of the 22 points, but 10 turnovers. 10 turnovers by the Sooners. And they're playing for their tournament lives. It's just Texas Tech's been red hot. They've won the last 9 of 12. And they're heating up at the right time. They've had players in and out of the lineup. They beat Kansas back in January with, I think they only had 8 players that game. They had players put in the protocol, and they beat Kansas shorthanded. 69-60, Kentucky leading Vanderbilt. Under 4 minutes left to play. Vandy giving them a fight. See, no team is easy in the bracket. Richmond leading VCU 47-42. Last plug for VCU. For any sort of prayer. They have 12 minutes left to go in that game if VCU wants to make the bracket. Arizona hangs up 47 without their point guard at the half over Colorado, 47-38. Here's the thing: if Arizona can make it to the second weekend, I think they're gonna go far. I heard Kirk Ariza could miss some time. They're optimistic of him coming back to the tournament, but if they can make it to the second weekend and he comes back, they're gonna be a tough out. I still think Baylor would beat Gonzaga if they match up in the tournament. No. I'm leaning right now Kentucky against Texas Tech in the finals. After I saw that yesterday, I was like, man, this team, if they play this hard, throughout the tournament, they are dangerous. I think Arkansas, I've got Arkansas in the Final Four. And then that fourth team, I think Arizona could get there if they're healthy enough. That's a big question mark right now. I guess I'm going to have to see how Arizona does for the last 1.5 games for them. If they win today and then they play the next game tomorrow, how they do. Because their efficiency is really, really good for that team. Adonis Arms straight to the cup. He scores. And this is an Oklahoma team that's coming in today that if they win this game, they get put in the bracket. They're hungry to win this game. Yet Texas Tech they're contesting everything. I mean, the opponent's turnover numbers against Texas Tech, they are skyrocketing. Because this team alters every single shot they take. And right there, that is turnover number 11 by Oklahoma. Ducking in and getting called for the offensive foul. That is a turnover by Marvin Johnson. This is part of a 2-minute and 15-second scoring drought for Oklahoma. Ooh, yeah, good question. If Wisconsin ends up being a 2 seed. If Johnny Davis has a bad game, Wisconsin's in trouble. Bounce pass deflected. Texas Tech gets it back. Shovel threads the needle, and that is a layup going down and through. Kevin McCullough with 2 points on the board right there. That was an incredible pass. Assist was made by Terrence Shannon. Oklahoma with a bucket. So they get one down low. Good by Goldwire. .220 left to go in the first. McCullough bounce pass. Lost it off the foot of Santos Silva out of bounds. Santos Silva looking for the call there to be reversed. Yeah, he has done incredible this year for Mark Adams. I'd probably go Arizona right now with Tommy Lloyd for Coach of the Year because what he has done. Because, yeah, Texas Tech last year was a top 25 team, but they had a bunch of turnover in the offseason. Players transferring out, players transferring in. Arizona, they have a really young roster. A lot of those players are sophomores. And they then added in transfers coming over a couple players, I think. One of them from Gonzaga with Omar Ballo. And they also got... Yeah, they got a lot of good players over there. And going from not being eligible for the tournaments, not even close to making the tournament last couple of seasons, to being number 2 nationally right now, that is something special. Up by 11 for Texas Tech. Pass deflected out by Gibson. It's going to stay Red Raiders ball. Minute 50 left to go. I'm actually a Providence fan, by the way. But I think Ed Cooley top 5 as far as a head coach from this season. I don't think he's gonna win it all. I'd be shocked, especially adding in the result today. But you look at how far Texas Tech's come. If Texas Tech plays Providence today, right now, they blow them out. Texas Tech played Providence first power conference game of the season. And there was, I think they combined for almost 50 fouls in that game. As Texas Tech will head to the free throw line here. That will be foul number 7 by Oklahoma. James, welcome in. Yeah, Celtics with a big victory. They seem on playing like teams close, and in the fourth quarter, they just go out and they win. How far do I think UCLA can go? It's a little tougher one for me. Possibly second round, I'm thinking, because there's a lot of dangerous teams. I'm seeing UCLA as a 4 seed. And some of the 5 seeds are good. Some of these 5 seeds are pretty good, like UConn. All depends if UCLA gets a 4 or 5, because Arkansas is another team that is really, really good. some good 4 and 5 matchups I think is going to happen. And then some good 12 and 13 teams as well. South Dakota State, Vermont. There's a couple pretty good 13, 12 teams that's going to pull off upsets. Chattanooga, left baseline dribble. Texas Tech up by 13 as they made the free throws. Off to Hill, wide open three, couldn't convert on it. And the defensive rebounds, it was a battle between Bacho and one player for Oklahoma, as it will be a loose ball fall picked up by Bacho. Yeah, definitely Vegas. Minute 12 left to go in the first at the right corner. Oklahoma with it. Jordan Goldwire puts one up and he scores through contact, no call. Yeah, really worried there, man. I don't even know if they get out of the first round, honestly. Considering who the opponent is. Texas Tech with the ball, arms. Hands it off to McCullough. McCullough shoots the three straight away. Too strong. Tipped up by Bacho. And Bacho called again. That's his second personal foul. Let's see. Harry, welcome to the stream. So he's got a feeling sometime around 2030, Duke's going to get a new basketball arena. It's going to be named after Coach K. Be a lot bigger than Cameron Indoor Stadium. Oh, yeah, that would be something. Yeah, I can see that happening someday. So Tanner Groves now will head to the free throw line, part of the 1-and-1 bonus for Oklahoma. And Groves missed the first free throw. It goes back to Texas Tech. 30 seconds left to go before half. And Texas Tech will take a timeout. So 30 seconds remaining. 10-second differential shot clock and game clock. Everybody making solid contributions here for Texas Tech. 9 points by Bryson Williams, the top scorer. 4 for 5 from the floor. He's been the go-to lately. 7 points by Davion Warren. 6 points each by Kevin O'Banner off of 2 made threes and Adonis Arms. For Oklahoma, Jalen Hill saving them in this game. He's got 11 points, the leading scorer. Texas Tech shooting 68% in the first half. 15 of 22. 5 of 8 from three-point range. Those are 2 positive contributions. Oklahoma playing their hearts out, trying to make it to the bracket with a win today. But probably put them above the cutoff line, just barely into the playing game. 43.5% right now for Oklahoma, 10 of 23. It's the turnovers, though, that's been a problem. They've got 11 total turnovers. Oh, yeah, I'm going to pick upsets for sure. Ohio State, Texas, Alabama. Oh, yeah. So many teams, just the model of inconsistency this year. I'm just like, nope. This season is so tough to predict these teams. There's a bunch of teams that I just don't like. Watch Ohio State be matched up against Wyoming in the first round. It was like me trying to pick Georgetown against Colorado last year. I'm like, yeah, I don't know who I'm going to go here this one. I don't like any of these teams. 4 seconds left to play. A three taken by Oklahoma. Missed. Battle for the tip in, and it goes off the rim and out. As we close into halftime, it's 37-26. So Texas Tech by 11 going into half. BKL, welcome in. Glad to have you in the stream, man. Yeah, big win for Duke today. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Right now we go into halftime here. Texas Tech with a great start in this matchup today. Big difference has been the turnovers. Texas Tech getting 10 points off of those turnovers. Oklahoma with 11 turnovers. Texas Tech actually has 9 turnovers right now too. So it's been full of turnovers. But just a lot of like competitive, gritty type of basketball so far. It's actually Oklahoma who leads the glass 14-10. Yeah, I totally see that. Texas is lacking like any sort of star in their team. Like they have no chemistry at all. They're probably gonna take on a play-in team like a 12 seed, and they probably lose to them. Like let's see here, yeah, maybe like Rutgers. Right now it's Xavier against Indiana. Indiana's moving up. So Indiana's not in the playing game anymore. They shouldn't. That could possibly be Rutgers against Xavier, which Rutgers was playing Iowa pretty tough throughout most of that. There's like not a star in that Texas team. They don't shoot the ball well from three. Their defense for the metrics was like for points allowed, they were like top 5 defensively, but that number was like really just off kilter because they were scheduling teams on like the non-conference slate that they were just pounding. So those margin of victories just made it off kilter, and then once they got into Big 12 play, they gave up much more points than what they were doing the first 2 months. They just never found an identity for that team. Like, just never worked in the system. It seemed like they grabbed a bunch of like 15 plus point scores. They added them into Texas under Chris Beard into like a defensive type of system, and all the numbers got crunched down and went into a team that just struggles to find ways to get buckets. Yeah, let's see. Ohio State for Lunardi. There's no way I'm taking them. And watching Selection Sunday, they get chosen to play a team like Wyoming or Notre Dame. Like, I don't know. Ohio State's going to play Davison right now. So that's who Ohio State is playing against for bracketology, according to Joe Lunardi. Notre Dame is taking on Houston. Notre Dame's an 11 seed. So Lunardi, even though Ohio State lost yesterday, Lunardi still got them as a 6. He's also got Michigan as a 6, which I don't know how that's possible. He's also got Alabama as a 6. Let's see what we got for scores right now. Purdue leading Penn State 41-33. Villanova, UConn. This is a great game. 42-39. Villanova leading with around 14 minutes left to go. Colorado's come back. Arizona leading by 1. 51-50 over Colorado. Richmond, VCU. We'll keep on paying attention to this. VCU is out of the tournament with a loss tonight, which they're trailing by 7. 56-49 with 7 minutes left to play. Memphis up at halftime over UCF, 41-31. And Virginia Tech up at the half over North Carolina, 32-26. Virginia Tech making a great run right now. Boise State leading Wyoming, 37-23. See, Wyoming's yesterday. Wyoming won yesterday, so that will probably put them into the bracket. They haven't got like any quality victories though for Wyoming. That team has fallen apart. I think it's just one of those things that the moment is like too big for that type of team in general right now. But somehow they're going to find their way into the bracket because Boise State's in the bracket as a 7 seed. I don't know. A lot of these teams I just don't like. Like the Mountain West, historically, they lose constantly in the first rounds. A lot of their teams. Last year, San Diego State was a 6 seed. They got shredded against Syracuse. Yeah, Lunardi's got Alabama as a 6. A double-digit loss team as a 6 seed. That their best wins are well behind them. Yeah, he is really good from three. For AJ Griffin, that's incredible there. Because Duke was missing a lot of 3-point shooting. And then, like, mid-season, they started to find their form and get AJ Griffin healthy, and he's been a huge difference maker. Wisconsin's going to lose in the first round. Yeah, they be the low end too. Probably going to be a 3 seed right now for Wisconsin. I mean, all that it takes is just Johnny Davis if he has an off game. That's all it takes right now. Lunardi's got Colorado State against San Francisco as the 7 versus 10. Those are like toss-ups. It seems like there's more mid-majors in the bracket for this year. That a lot of the mid-majors are scattered between anywhere from 7 to 11. That, like, all those games are like toss-ups. I feel like the 7 versus 10 games aren't going to be, like, as good as they were, like as for the past couple of years. Because there was one last year, Rutgers against Clemson. That actually turned out to be a close game, but as far as, like, rating the matchup for that one, that was like that was pretty tough as far as that game. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much all for joining in tonight, being a part here on the channel. Right now, we're just at halftime. If anybody's interested, feel free to join the Behind Your Basketball Bracket Challenge group. That link is pinned to the chat if anybody's interested in joining that. And also going to reveal the poll right now. Texas Tech or Oklahoma. Looks like Texas Tech took the poll 57 to 43. Yeah, thankfully not for that. Actually, the head coach of Clemson there, Vaughn, he might get fired. So there's been rumors possibly that Brad Brownell, who's the coach of Clemson, he might get fired this offseason. A lot of coaches are probably going to get fired. I saw something, I think it was on CBS Sports, that there was talk of potentially up to 6 SEC coaches were going to get fired in the offseason. So Tom Crean already got fired from Georgia. Kwanzo Martin got fired today from Missouri. Ben Howland from Mississippi State is in some hot water. Same as Mike White from Florida. Frank Martin from South Carolina. That's another one that they constantly underachieve. I think they got a mid-major loss this year too. I'm not sure who. I think it might be Princeton that they lost against. Somebody lost against a mid-major. Because a couple of years ago, South Carolina lost against Boston University. Yeah, it was Princeton they lost against. Watch this Princeton team just upset someone in the bracket. That would be a massive upset, considering that the Ivy didn't play last year. Oh, no. Yeah, that would be your dream, though. Let's see what we got for scores right now. Arizona, close game, leading Colorado 55-52. Villanova, UConn, that's a great matchup. 46-44, Villanova leading UConn with under 12 minutes left to go. Purdue is up over Penn State, 44-37. Boise State shredding Wyoming at the half, 37-23. And yeah, VCU is really hurting their resume badly. 61-49 Richmond with 4.5 minutes left to go. Bobby, welcome in. Glad to have you on the stream, man. Hope all is going well there, brother. Yeah, AJ's really saving Duke right now since he's basically the lone three-point guy for that team. I mean, all they have to do is just give Boncaro touches because he just dominates one-on-one. Just get him the ball inside, and that's how Duke can make things easier for them, especially in matchups like that. Like, you look at that on paper, if I was just showing the size of the players on paper between Miami and Duke, just think automatically, it'd be like, Duke's going to win this game by like 30. But yeah, that's not the case. Miami's good at forcing turnovers. Miami can score points. Miami doesn't have a great defense. Duke is so much better than what they're playing right now as far as defense. They just haven't been fully invested. That's the thing for Duke. If they're able to stay locked in full 40 minutes and stay focused, the team will be so good. If they're able to, they'd be complete if they're able to just like lock in. Because them with their size alone can dominate everybody. Hey, there you go. Glad to hear that, Bobby. Always good with time with the family there. Let's see. I think the coach from Murray State, Matt McMahon, he definitely needs some consideration for another job in the future. Power conference position. What's good, Chicago Bulls 123? Welcome in, man. Yeah, devastating, man. There's been a lot of upsets today. Indiana, though, so hungry. Indiana made it to the bracket. I really like Murray State. They're put as an 8 seed, though. That's the only thing. That would be tough if they match up against Gonzaga. That's the only thing, because they could go just one round. There's a couple other teams I really got my eye on. All depends on who they match up with, but they could go to the Sweet 16, like a South Dakota State. I really like Vermont. Vermont returns a couple of key players from 3 years ago to that tournament. They're better in basically all their metrics than they were in that season they lost against Florida State in the first round. And they're a team that nobody talks about. They could push somebody, and potentially they could potentially upset someone too. All depends on who they get. So we're going to get back to action here. 37-26, Texas Tech by 11. I'm really high in this Red Raiders team. This team plays so hard. That's what's going to make a team so hard to beat, is that this Oklahoma team here is playing to get into the bracket, down by 11, against a team that contests everything. Just like that, they take the charge. Texas Tech win another charge they take. It's an offensive foul picked up on Jalen Hill. Lowers the shoulder on O'Banner. Wow. Yeah, all depends on the matchups that the teams get. And yeah, Villanova went to the Sweet 16, lost to Baylor last year. Here's a 3 air ball shot out of bounds by Texas Tech. Yeah, that's really weird there, Vaughn. 19:15 left to go in the second. Oklahoma with a possession. Hill moves it out to the top to Goldwire. Goldwire dribbles up, kicks it out to the corner. Gibson shoots a 3. Missed off the back rim. Offensive rebound controlled by Jacob Gross. 19 minutes left to go. They'll try again. Gibson inside the key. He is triple team. Lost the handle. Looking to pass it over. Knocked out of bounds by the Red Raiders. It's going to stay Oklahoma ball. Yeah, for Juwan Howard there, that is just unfortunate. I was shocked that he wasn't like suspended for the rest of the season or fired from the team for that. I was shocked that he was allowed to even come back and coach his team yesterday. Here's a corner 3, skipped around the rim, missed by Gibson. Defensive rebound hauled down by Santos Silva. And Villanova starting to pull away. They lead UConn now 52-44 with just over 10 minutes left to go. 18:30 here. Top of the key with Adonis Arms. Dribbles up, swings a nice pass down inside. Santos Silva slips past the defense and scores up and in off the backboard. That was a laser sent in there by Adonis Arms. That was Kevin O'Banner actually for the bucket. So O'Banner now is up to 8. Gibson at the corner. Moves it outside the Goldwire. And this is the second half that Texas Tech put together. They just stumped Iowa State left and right, which couldn't get anything going. Jalen Hill moves it out to Goldwire. Goldwire dribbles up, attacks on Santos Silva. Passing on top, they move it out to the wing. Hill launches a 3, hits it. That's the only way they can get back into this game. Making threes just like that. That's a big one by Jalen Hill. So Jalen Hill has got himself 14 points. Wait a second, are they going to count it? The shot clock expired. Are they going to count that 3 ball? That's the thing. It looked like... No, they won't. They won't count the 3. So the 3 went off after the shot clock expired. So that would be a shot clock violation. I believe that's the second time tonight that Oklahoma's had the shot clock violation. 17:35 left to go. Texas Tech gets it back up by 13. They'll take a 3 themselves straight away. Around the rim and missed by Davion Warren. Back it goes to Oklahoma. Driving straight down the lane. Missed the layup off the rim by Goldwire. Rebound goes right back to Texas Tech. John Shire is the next one in place of Coach K. So John Shire will take over next season. Terrence Shannon dribbles, drives, down the lane, stripped to the ball, goes to the corner, deflected out though by the Sooners. Clock will stop, 17:06 left to play. Actually, he was contacted too, so this will be 2 free throws. So Terrence Shannon's going to go to the free throw line. There was contact there as he lost the ball going up in the shooting motion. Yeah, I've covered I cover TV for the college stuff I do. but I've never been on like a big TV channel. I do like streaming for like the website. So it I don't I yeah, I actually don't consider it like TV or so. Cuz it's like it's more like computer you watch the games from, so it's like on the college websites that it's from. But they have their own sports network. It's like a conference that has their own sports network, but you get it through like laptop and mobile device. Texas Tech splits the free throws, 1 for 2 that trip of the line for Terrence Shannon. 17 minutes left to go. Slow start to the second half. 3-point score by Texas Tech, 2 by Oklahoma. Oklahoma held 3 for 14 from 3-point range. They made 11 threes last night against Baylor. They lost the ball, able to get it back though. Over to Jordan Goldwire, into the key, drives, and able to slip past one defender with a left hand and scores right past arms. Hard-fought buckets. Every single bucket that Oklahoma scores, it's been a challenge tonight. McCullough takes up the court. At the top of the key, McCullough dribbles up. Inside the key, shovels it, poor decision. Jacob Groves right in front of that one as he intercepted it. Off to Gibson now for Oklahoma. Gibson shoots a 3 and they're right back in it. That is good. Straight away at the top of the key. 40-31, 16-10 left to go. That's a huge bucket there by Amuja. Gibson just made his third 3 of the night. Drive, kick, corner, arms, open 3, comes up short. Missed, and the rebound goes back to Oklahoma with Goldwire. Goldwire attacking Eurostep straight down the lane. Missed off the rim at a great opportunity and couldn't convert on it. That would have been a dangerous 2 if Goldwire had finished. Here's a 3 by Texas Tech. It's good. Third made triple tonight by Kevin O'Banner from the outside, up to 9. Whenever Oklahoma has a response, O'Banner has a dagger to send it away up to the favor of the Red Raiders once again. 43-31 to score. Timeout taken on the floor here with 15:44 left to go. Hey, there we go. Marcus Peters there for Brian. Changed his picture too. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell if you'd like to be notified for future live streams. I cover basketball action, play-by-play of both NBA and college basketball here on the channel. If anybody's interested, feel free to join in on the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. That link is pinned to the chat. All are welcome to join in, be a part of the Bracket Challenge group. I think we have over 30 plus people signed up right now. Last year we had like 100, which was awesome. Quick update on scores throughout college basketball at the moment tonight. Villanova leading UConn 54-49 with under 8 minutes left to go. Purdue starting to pull away against Penn State 53-44 Purdue with 8:30 left to go. Alex, thanks so much, man, for joining in. See you tomorrow, bud. Memphis gonna blow this lead, really. 42-39. Memphis was up by 20 at one point against UCF. Now it's a 3-point game. Virginia Tech trying to make themselves a part of the bracket. 41-26. Virginia Tech leading North Carolina with 18 minutes left. No, I do not think Auburn is anywhere near a Final Four team. No. The tournament thrives upon guard play, and the guards of Auburn have been erratic. They've been just all over the place. I'm really concerned for them. They might be second round exit. They might even not get to the next weekend for Auburn, because they're looking at a 2 seed. I don't know what Iowa's going to be projected. Actually, Iowa's moved up from a 7 to a 6. Whoever gets Iowa, I wouldn't want the team, whoever gets Iowa, oh man, thank goodness, because they are playing lights out lately for that team, coming together at full circle. That's going to be a tough out. So I don't think Auburn's going to play Iowa right now, but they're probably going to face a 7 or a 10. And yeah, we've seen those upsets happen. 7s or 10s move on. into the Sweet 16 because they just can't win away, or they struggle winning away from home. That's the problem. They're just like Providence. They wait too late, and then they try to make a big comeback, and sometimes it works. It worked against Georgia. It worked against Missouri. Yeah, it worked against two teams that your coaches got fired. Not sure it didn't work against Texas A&M. I'm not sure if it's going to work against somebody else like Loyola Chicago. Might not work against someone like that. Because I mean, obviously there's going to be a big size difference if they play a team like that. But if they're on point and make their threes, and Auburn is cold and they were cold today, then that could be an upset. It's really hard to tell because Auburn's going to shred you right in the paint. That's the thing. But then if they do shred you right in the paint, the way to beat them is by beating them on the outside. Oklahoma with a quick bucket from the timeout. 43-33. 15 minutes left to play. Yeah, there's just so much talent on that team. There isn't like much experience though. And a lot of the players are younger. That's the thing that's got me concerned for them because they're not really experienced. Some of these teams heading to the tournament have like 8 or 9 seniors on them. So once again, we head to the timeout. 10-point lead for Texas Tech. 15 minutes left to play. Oh, man. North Carolina's getting shredded right now. Virginia Tech is starting to play to their potential. The team that they were supposed to be for Virginia Tech, they're starting to become. Kevy Aluma, 16 points for Virginia Tech, 6 of 12 from three-point range. And North Carolina, because when Goody asked me in the last stream, what did Virginia Tech have to do to win this game? They have to stop the threes. Check on point right there. North Carolina, 3 of 17 from three-point range. If they're off from 3, Virginia Tech wins. Virginia Tech gets hot from 3, and Virginia Tech leads by 15. Yeah, winner of this game going to take on Kansas tomorrow. Kansas played tremendous tonight. That game was not close against TCU. Kansas getting a lot of really good players as far as like depth on the team. They started to build it up tonight because that was the concern about Kansas this year. Is this team going to be deep enough to make a deep run? They showed me tonight. They had Remy Martin go off for 10. They had Mitch Lightfoot go off for 15. Like, those aren't even the main players. Like, Christian Brown, he was, like, silent today. Didn't really attempt many shots or anything. And Ache Baji, when he goes, they go. And he was going off tonight. And also McCormack didn't have a big game because Lightfoot did a lot of the work. Am I surprised about that? No. Not surprised about that. Probably too cold up there anyway. Boise State leading Wyoming 44-32. Memphis out in front of UCF 49-42. Possibly. I have to wait to see if UConn wins. Because I had posted on the community tab, because I'm actually a Providence fan. I'm from Massachusetts, so I'm a big New England sports fan. Providence, big Providence Friars fan. Celtics for the NBA, but it's big for basketball up here. Providence and UConn. Providence lost. I'm just waiting for the result between Villanova and UConn. If Villanova wins tonight, I'll be covering the Big 12 championship. If UConn wins tonight, then I'm going to cover the Big East for tomorrow night. (43-33), back to action, 15 minutes left to play. Which right now Villanova leads by 7, 4:30 left to go. 60-53 over UConn. Yes, Celtics definitely the hottest team right now. They've had some problems putting away teams that they should, but it seems like in the fourth quarter they start to pull away. And they really take their own energy and force it out in that fourth quarter like they did today. First shot missed around the rim and out by Texas Tech. Second shot is good. .45 left to play. Oklahoma down by 11 as they get the ball. Hill moves it outside into the hands of Marvin Johnson. Hands it off to Goldwire. Goldwire passes outside to Johnson at the right wing. Dribbles up to the free throw circle. Passes down low. Hook shot. And that goes. Ethan Chargo for 2. Cuts it to single digits once again. They're hanging in there. Texas Tech up the court with Adonis Arms at the top. Arms towards his right. Moves it out towards his left to Shannon. Top of the key. 15 on the shot clock. Terrence Shannon drives straight down the lane. Splits 2 defenders. Couldn't finish though. Missed the layup. Defensive rebound pulled down by Chargo. 14 minutes left to go. Gibson defended at the corner. Crossover towards his left is... He will pass it out to the top now to Johnson. Feeds it down low. Good contest there by O'Banner, but O'Banner on the backside called for the blocking foul. So this will be Oklahoma back at the free throw line. 13:55 left to play. Oklahoma fighting for their lives here to make the tournament. Just hanging in this game. Ethan Chargo, only a 58% free throw shooter. Transfer from SMU. And the first one's good. Hey, thanks so much, Tio. Appreciate it. Yeah, UConn's down by 7 with under 4 minutes left to go. They're going to have to make a move if they want to be in the Big East championship game tomorrow. And second shot good by Chargo. Under 14 minutes left to play. Texas Tech has the ball. Adonis Arms, edge of the logo. Gives it out to Davion Warren. 15 on the shot clock, Warren. He's defended by Marvin Johnson. Off of the pick set by O'Banner. Shovels it to the top. O'Banner, high arcing 3, and he airballs it. We've seen him make those tonight, but that time O'Banner airballs it, and the Oklahoma fans getting pumped up here that they have the chance to keep on cutting it. Oklahoma's just, they've hung in this game all game long. Sooners have it with Johnson. Lost control of the handle. Referee's going to blow the whistle, though. It's going to be a reach-in foul. The clock will stop with 13:20. So Texas Tech reaching in. It's Bryson Williams. So that'll be the second personal foul by Texas Tech in the second half. 4 total fouls by Oklahoma. No players 3 for Texas Tech. 2 fouls each by O'Banner and Bacho. And then for Oklahoma, 3 personal fouls picked up by the top scorer, Jalen Hill. 2 each by Johnson and Chargo. Aaron, welcome back in, man. Oklahoma gets the inbound, down by 7 with 13:15 left to play. Goes over to Chargo. Chargo at the top of the key, defended by Bacho. Chargo dribbles towards his left. Gives it over to Gibson. Gibson, crossover, drives, 5 in the shot clock, puts one up, and he gets fouled again. It's going to be on McCullough this time, blocking foul. So 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for number 2 of Oklahoma, Umoja Gibson. And Kevin McCullough picks up his second personal foul. So Oklahoma starting to get on a run themselves. Texas Tech's gone scoreless for the last 2 minutes 45 seconds. Gibson, also a great free throw shooter at 86%, and he nails the first one. Second shot by Gibson. That is good. Wow, this team trying to play themselves into the bracket with a win tonight. I think if they win this one, they'd be above the cutoff line. Oklahoma's starting to find some energy. Not yet. This is conference tournament. So next week, we got March Madness. Texas Tech with the ball. 8-1 run by Oklahoma in the last 3 minutes. McCullough passes out to the wing. They give it back outside to McCullough. 10 in the shot clock. McCullough dribbles to the top of the free throw circle. Looking to give it some place. He bounces it down low. Now back outside. Warren has to launch it. 3 in the shot clock, and the ball deflected out with 1 on the shot clock. So Texas Tech's going to have to go up for a quick shot here. 1 on the shot clock with 12:33 left to go on the game clock. They move it out. Firing away a 3 and over the rim. That's an air ball by McCullough. So the script is completely flipped right now. It was Oklahoma air balls in the first half. Texas Tech just airballed one. And it's going to be Oklahoma ball. Just keep on hanging in this game. Wow. Jalen Hill gives it over to Jacob Groves, and they get called in the turnover. Turnover by Oklahoma. Back it goes to Texas Tech. $12:18 left to play. Texas Tech just looking to see if they can get a bucket here. They've yet to score in over the last 3.5 minutes. McCullough moves it outside. Here's a 3. That's good, right? Or no, they're going to say it's off the mark right there. That looked like it was through at the camera angle by Shannon, but no. 12 minutes left to go. The net actually moved as he took the 3. It went off the right side of the rim. Right next to it. It was clearly accurate, just to the right of it. Wow. That looked like it was going to rain through because the net actually moved, but it missed it off the mark, and Oklahoma's going to call a timeout. 12 minutes left to play. 44-39 to score. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much all for joining in tonight here. Man, this has turned out to be just one of these games that we're just stagnant right now as far as scoring. Oklahoma inching closer in this one. 2 players with 11 points, Umoja Gibson and Jalen Hill for Oklahoma. Texas Tech yet to get anybody into double figures so far. O'Banner with 9, Bryson Williams with 9, Arms and Ward with 7 for Texas Tech. Let's see what we got for scores. Purdue keeping the door left wide open for Penn State. 62-57. 62-59 now. Penn State just made a layup. 3:20 left to go. Purdue's only leading by 3. Villanova up over UConn. 60-55 with 2:15 left to go. Arizona up over Colorado. 71-65. 3:15 remaining. Yeah, this has been a good game. Texas Tech looked like they were in full control, and Oklahoma just won't quit. Oklahoma's playing desperate, because if Oklahoma wins this, they're probably going to go to the bracket. It seems like right now that all these teams are playing desperate. Like, whoever's on the cutoff line, they're playing as desperate as ever just to get into the bracket. Virginia Tech beating North Carolina by 17, 54-37. Boise State up over Wyoming, 52-40. Memphis leading UCF 58-44. VCU has been eliminated from the tournament. 75-64. Richmond is going to the A10 semis. So a lot of games that's on the line as far as close games right now. So what we got? Indiana making their way into the bracket today. Virginia Tech with a win. They certainly can. Dayton squeaked past UMass. They're still alive. SMU with a win today over Tulsa. They're still alive. Oklahoma, if they win this, they move up significantly. I think that would be enough to put them above the cutoff line. Back-to-back against Baylor and Texas Tech. That for sure would put them there. Eliminated from the conversation, probably BYU, VCU, Virginia. And Texas A&M keeps on moving up. So Oklahoma heading to the free throw line now. First one was a miss, second one is good. And puts it to a 4-point game. This team is playing for their tournament lives. 12 minutes left to go. Texas Tech with the ball. Terrence Shannon hands it off to Arms. Now off to McCullough. They give it over to Shannon. Shannon passes on top. Pump fake, dribbles up, floats up the shot. Off the back rim, it's missed by Bryson Williams. And Oklahoma comes out with another defensive rebound. Sooners hanging right in there, and they are taking it on the glass tonight, 24-13 in favor of Oklahoma. That is unheard of. Oklahoma in the 300s in total rebounds per game. Texas Tech, that's one of their main advantages, is on the glass. And Oklahoma is just giving it to them right now. Jumper missed off the mark. Battle for the rebound. Tapped out of bounds. Last touch by Texas Tech off of Shannon. Yeah, that one's going to be a good one tonight. USC, UCLA. So Shannon now will come out of the game as they go O'Banner, Warren, Williams, McCullough, and Arms of Texas Tech out there. Inbound for Oklahoma, Goldwire passes the baseline off to Chargo. Chargo lost the handle, ripped away. It's stolen by Davion Warren, but a whistle before, and they're going to say Warren got called in the reach-in. So he wasn't able to complete the steal. So Davion Warren called in the reach-in. It's going to stay Oklahoma basketball. That's the fifth foul picked up in the second half by Texas Tech. 4 by Oklahoma. Inbound out to the wing perimeter. Hill passes off to the corner to Goldwire. Dribbles out. Moves it on top. Back out to Goldwire once again. Under 11 left to go. And away from the basketball, that's going to be an offensive foul. It's by Ethan Chargo. So Oklahoma turns it over. That's just unneeded right there. Chargo trying to post up. Oh, Chargo and McCullough got tangled up, and Chargo got called into offensive foul. So Texas Tech yet to score in the last 5 minutes. Looking for something here. McCullough on the outside. Moves it on top off to Warren. 10.5 left to go. Warren backs his way. Lost the ball. Poke loose from behind. Oklahoma comes up with a steal with Gibson. Gibson takes it past midcourt. Moves it over to Goldwire. Goldwire passes off to Hill at the left wing. Back out to Goldwire. 15 on the shot clock. Goldwire defended at the wing by Bryson Williams. Moves it on top to Jalen Hill. Passes off to Marvin Johnson. Swings it back over to Gibson. 5 in the shot clock. Gibson dribbles up into the key. Lost the handle. Gets it back. 2 in the shot clock. Has to force a 1, and that one gets blocked as the shot clock winds down to 0. And a big heads-up defensive play by Adonis Arms forcing the block. So that will be the third shot clock violation of the night for Oklahoma. Texas Tech gets the ball back with 10 minutes left to play. Scoreless for over the last 5 minutes. McCullough at the wing. Bounce pass off to the baseline. Goes to Bryson Williams. Passes off to the cuts. That's a shot by McCullough off the front rim. It goes ripped away off the glass by Tanner Gross. Wow, they're getting physical down there. Owning the glass. Deep range three. Holy smokes, Umoja Gibson hits it. Wow. It's a 1-point game with a 12-1 run that's lasted 6.5 minutes. Just 1 point in 6.5 minutes for Texas Tech. Oklahoma coming here to play. Anybody's tournament. On the outside, McCullough. Moves over to Bryson Williams. Williams takes a look at the three. Hit the rim short, no good. Battle for the rebound. And Oklahoma, what a save on the far side as the Sooners able to pick it up. They are playing for their tournament lives. Winner of this game will take on Kansas tomorrow, driving down the lane. And Texas Tech picking up a blocking foul. It's going to be 2 free throws coming up here for Oklahoma. At the line will be Jordan Goldwire. That was a long-distance three, heating it up from 30 feet out. Umoja Gibson on the last one. Adama Sanogo, he should be. Yeah, he should be a first-round pick. He's really good. First shot is good. This is a tie game. 8:54 left to go. Arizona starting to run away. Final minute over Colorado, 79-67. Villanova, 15 seconds left. They lead UConn, 61-57. We'll keep a monitor in that Purdue game. Purdue leading Penn State, 64-61. Minute 15 left to go. Yeah, UNC is getting crushed right now against Virginia Tech. Let's get you guys that score. Virginia Tech 54, UNC 43, with under 10 minutes left to play there. We got 8:54 in this game. If you're just joining us, Oklahoma's going to have one more shot coming up at the free throw line, and this one is good. Their last lead was 3-2 in the first minute of this game, and now they lead with under 9 minutes left to play. What a come-from-behind game here for Oklahoma. Hanging in there throughout the game, and their defense has dramatically changed. Not allowing anything at the rim. That time until right there. Texas Tech able to score. They're not going to give them the bucket, though. Bryson Williams called in a double dribble in the key. It's going to be a Texas Tech turnover. So they've gone scoreless for over 7 minutes. Oklahoma has possession. Goldwire hands it off to Jacob Gross. Passes down low. Stripped to the basketball. Texas Tech comes out with a steal. This is how they operate if they can open up the floor with space. Missed the layup. Had a great look at it and couldn't finish by Davion Ward. Back it goes to Oklahoma on the break. Puts up one. Missed off the mark. Texas Tech comes out with a rebound. Shannon double teamed. What's the call here? Texas Tech ball in the tie-up. Possession error, Red Raiders. Ian, welcome in. Yeah, no clue. They've had those games like once a month. Just terrible. Did not show up tonight whatsoever. Yeah, they're probably going to get bounced out first round, unfortunately, against the 13 seed at this point. They got shredded tonight. And against Creighton, Creighton's point guard got injured. So I guess these games are all about hunger level. Who wants it more? No, I think BYU is going to be a 2 seed in the NIT. Attacking straight to the cup. Missed the layup. No good. Off the glass by McCullough. Completely changed Oklahoma. Showing some great intensity tonight. And they are out-rebounding Texas Tech by a mile, which is unheard of. 29-14 on the glass in favor of Oklahoma. Sooners take the jumper, 15-footer. That's good by Umoja Gibson. Wow. What a comeback. 7:15 left to go. Gibson up to 16. Inside, runner, Texas Tech on a 9-minute scoring drought, and he finally scores a 14-point lead at one point for Texas Tech. Under 7 minutes left to play. Oklahoma's got all the momentum right now. Goldwire has it. Hill over to Gibson. Back out to Goldwire. Goldwire off the pick set by Tanner Gross. Towards his right. 10 in the shot clock. Jordan Goldwire at the corner. Moves it outside to Gibson. Deep range three. Hit off the front rim. And the defensive rebound goes to Santos Silva. Leads it on the break. Down inside. Shovel. Right down the lane. And they score up and off the backboard. Nice pass there. Terrence Shannon off to Kevin O'Banner. Able to lead the break. They were quick on it. Oklahoma firing away from three. They missed it. Here's another break for Oklahoma. Taking it. Euro step. Straight down the lane. Another bucket. Oh, they are great when it comes to breaks. Just like that, they take the advantage. Timeout taken by Porter Mosier. Davion Warren straight to the cup off a rebound. That's 2 defensive rebounds. That's 2 quick baskets right in the paint for Texas Tech to go up 50-47. What a swing of the momentum pendulum right now in this one. Tremendous game compared to the first one today in the Big 12 tournament. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified for future live streams I do cover. Wow, this is an incredible game. Oklahoma playing desperate, trying to make the bracket. As a win today would probably put them right at the cutoff line as one of the first teams into the bracket most likely. Texas Tech playing hard right from the start, and then they got stagnant offensively, did not score in over 8.5 minutes, and now they've just got 2 straight buckets in a row to break that scoring drought, going up 50-47 as we got 6:13 left to play. BYU to make it to the tournament, they need everybody out in front of them to lose, and that did not happen today. Virginia Tech looking good over UNC. Going to give you guys some scores here. Virginia Tech leading UNC 60-45. So they needed Virginia Tech to lose. They needed Dayton to lose. Dayton beat UMass. They needed SMU to lose. SMU beat Tulsa. And that they would have needed... Well, they did get VCU to lose. So VCU is out of the bracket. But Texas A&M won. So Texas A&M's above BYU. If Oklahoma wins, Oklahoma would be right in the play-in game, I would imagine, with this. And Indiana goes from a 12 seed up to an 11 today with that win. Yeah. Indiana's win, definitely. Big win for them. I don't even think Michigan makes it in. I don't know how a lot of people are like, yeah, Michigan's going to make it in. I don't see a world that they make it in at 17 and 14. It's just crazy. Virginia Tech's so desperate to make it in. This game's a desperate times call for desperate measures. And that's exactly what Oklahoma is trying to do. One last saving grace for them. I mean, Big 12 Conference was a bloodbath this season. Props out to Oklahoma because I think they should be in the bracket. They deserve to be in the bracket over a lot of these teams that's going to make it in out in front of them, honestly. Like, they deserve to be in the bracket well ahead of some of these teams like Notre Dame, Xavier, Michigan, Wyoming. That's a handful of teams that they are way better, in my opinion, than. Notre Dame's really going to be sweating at Selection Sunday. They're in the play-in game. I'm pretty sure. They're going to be in the play-in game, first 4 in Dayton. Boise State leading Wyoming 56-46. Let's see if I can get a final score to that UConn-Villanova game, if that wrapped up. We got a couple final scores, so looks like I'm going to call the Big 12 championship tomorrow, as we got a couple final scores here. Villanova beat UConn tonight, 63-60. So I'll be back covering the Big 12 championship tonight. So unfortunately, my local teams went 0 for 2 today. Providence got destroyed by Creighton. UConn lost by 3 to Villanova. Arizona winners against Colorado, 82-72. Purdue able to win over Penn State, 69-61. Yeah, North Texas. I really wonder what the committee is going to do in North Texas, because they deserve to be in. If they even put a 17-14 team over a team with just 6 losses on the season, that's disgraceful. 6 minutes left to go. Bounce pass off to a cut. Oklahoma couldn't finish with a layup, but they do draw the blocking foul. Can BYU make the NCAA tournament if Oklahoma loses? I'll go no. Because there's going to need to be a spot for North Texas. Yeah, North Texas lost today. And then what happens if, say, like St. Louis beats Davison? Because Davison's already locked in. Then that's going to be another bid stealer. First shot at the line, that is good for Oklahoma. We got 5:55 left to go. Free throw make went down by Marvin Johnson. Yeah, Villanova, everybody's sleeping on Villanova. They went to the Sweet 16 last year. Lost to Baylor without Colin Gillespie. They lost by 1 against St. John's yesterday, but when they usually play their first game close, and then they start to get in the rhythm, and they keep on getting better and better and better and better. As Texas Tech turns it over, that pass too far out. Looking for a cut, just off the outstretched fingertips. It went, and it goes back to Oklahoma. Oklahoma doing a great job in the second half, as they've been able to lower their turnovers much more than what it was in the first half. They had 11 turnovers going into halftime. Yeah, Villanova is a silent killer. I think Colin Gillespie is going to get redemption out there. And a lot of people just go against them because they didn't have a good start to the season. They really had to figure out like who was going to take Jeremiah Robinson Earl's spot. And they started to get more consistent production throughout the season, down low with Eric Dixon. .5:20 left to play, as that is good. Bucket ties it up for Oklahoma down low. Texas Tech floats it up, missed the shot. Rebound goes back to Oklahoma. Oklahoma, what a game tonight in the glass, out rebounding Texas Tech 30-17. Goldwire drives, lost the handle, gets it right back, and it's going to be a goaltend, it looks like. They will count it. Goldwire gets credit for the bucket. Talk about your life is on the line in the NCAA tournament to make the bracket. Under 5 minutes left to go. Texas Tech down by 2. What do they have in store right here? Kevin McCullough. Top of the key. Bounce passes that one over. At the baseline, it's off to Bryson Williams. Moves it out on top. Off to Shannon. Passes to the corner. 3 on its way. Off the mark. Missed. Offensive rebound. Puts it up. Couldn't get the first one, though. On the hardwood with it, Bryson Williams. And Williams gets called for the travel in the key. On the hardwood with the ball. It's going to go back to Oklahoma. That's just tough defense right there, in between the gaps by Oklahoma. 4:30 left to go. Sooners once down by 14, now hold on to a 2-point lead. In a grinded out type of game tonight, Marvin Johnson, defended by Santos Silva, off of a double team. Pass goes out to the wing. Dangerous. They dump it down the middle. Huge block right there in between a triple team by Texas Tech. Here goes the Red Raiders back with the ball. They give it outside to Terrence Shannon. Shannon's got arms open at the right corner. Now he moves up to the top, receives the pass. Arms top of the key. 12 on the shot clock. Dribbles up, spin move, drive, down the lane, stripped to the basketball by Oklahoma. Called to the reach-in. 3:53 left to go. Reaching in is Marvin Johnson. That'll be foul number 6, picked up by the Sooners. 7 total by Texas Tech, so we're going to go on a timeout. What a game tonight here. Oklahoma by 2, 52-50. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. What a game tonight. Thanks so much all for joining in. Soundman, welcome in. Seagull, glad to have you guys back in the stream once again. If anybody's interested, feel free to join the Behind Your Basketball Bracket Challenge group. We're going to be doing that once again on ESPN this year. That link is posted to the chat if anybody's interested. Actually, I don't drink that much. Actually. Man, this is just unheard of. Oklahoma out-rebounding Texas Tech tonight, 30-20 right now on the glass. (11-3) in the offensive rebound categories. They've only got 4 second chance points, though, from it. Man, this game, absolute bloodbath in this matchup here. Virginia Tech with under 4 minutes left to play. Looks like they're going to move on to the ACC Championship. 65-49 over UNC. Expect the unexpected in March. We're seeing it right now. Teams getting red hot at the right moment. And Texas Tech, a prime example. What's good, Lumos? Welcome to the stream. Monster game for Oklahoma to keep their tournament hopes alive. I think they should, over a large grouping of teams. Despite a loss tonight, they should, but the bracketologists aren't having it their way. That's why. Yes, I think they make it into the play-in with a win tonight. So if they do win tonight, I think they make it into the play-in. But I've got this team better than a good amount of grouping of teams that they're better than. That bracketologists don't have them better. I think they're better than Notre Dame. They're certainly better than Michigan. Better than Wyoming. Better than Wake Forest. Xavier. Dayton. That grouping of teams right there. And they have to consider that Big 12 conference play has been a bloodbath this season. Whereas some of these other teams have suffered just terrible, terrible losses throughout the stretch of their schedule. Adonis Arms going to go to the free throw line coming up. First one is good. We have 3:53 left to go. What's good, Ball Boy? Welcome to the stream, man. Second one coming up by Arms for the tie, and he hits it. The thing that's crushing is that loss against Butler in overtime. That's the thing that's really crushing, because they'd be above the cutoff line right now if they didn't have that. Oklahoma with the ball. They move it out to the free throw circle. Jalen Hill has it. He's defended by Santos Silva. Passes out to the corner. Left baseline dribble. Floats it up to the opposite corner off to Gibson. 5 of the shot clock. Makes the pass off to Hill. Gives it outside the gold wire. Deep range three. Skipped around the rim and out, and Texas Tech comes out with a defensive rebound. 3:20 left to go. Red Raiders in the tie game as they have possession. McCullough drives straight to the rack. Stripped to the ball out of bounds. It will stay Texas Tech possession. 3:14 left to go. Texas Tech will get the inbound coming up underneath. At the right baseline. Turnaround, McCullough, tough shot, skidded off the front rim. Jalen Hill picks up the defensive rebound. Outlet, driving, straight to the rim and scoring. It's Marvin Johnson for 2. Oklahoma on top by 2 here. 3 minutes left to go. 54-52. What a game tonight. Oklahoma 43% in the second half. Texas Tech held to just 25%. They were on an 8.5-minute scoring drought at one point in this half. Lob inside, turnaround, Santos Silva. He hits it. That's a nice, sweet touch shot right there. Off the turnaround in the key by Marcus Santos Silva to tie things up at 54. 2.5 left to play. Oklahoma gets the ball back. Riley, welcome to Stream, man. Sooners have it with Goldwire towards his right at the edge of the Phillips 66 logo. Now they move it on top to Chargo. Passes down low, triple teamed. Ball's in the ground, 50-50 ball. Tie up forced by the Red Raiders. Who's the possession arrow going to be? Oh, they're going to get McCullough here. They will get McCullough. They will say it's a foul. So Texas Tech tried to force a tie-up. They had 3 defenders right in there. And Kevin McCullough called, reaching in on Jalen Hill. And that's going to send Oklahoma now to the bonus. Gonzaga's a really, really good interior team for them. Timmy and Chet are extremely good. Missed free throw, missed off the back rim by Hill. They get it back, though, with offensive rebounds. That's been the difference maker tonight. Rebounds, something you don't see Texas Tech trail in the column, but it is plus 10 for Oklahoma, 32-22. Jalen Hill moves it over to the right block. Ethan Chargo puts up the shot off the glass, no good. Defensive rebound hauled down by Texas Tech by Shannon. 1:50 left to go. Texas Tech's going to slow it down. What a game. Texas Tech with 2 timeouts. 2 timeouts remaining by Oklahoma. Kevin McCullough towards his left, hands it off to Arms. Arms gives it over to Shannon. 10 on the shot clock, minute 35 left to go. Shannon at the left wing perimeter, crossover. Shannon dribbles up into the key. Pro hop, takes the shot, missed off the glass, defensive rebound. Hauled down by Oklahoma with a minute and a half left to play. It is Tanner Groves with a defensive board. And Oklahoma will burn a timeout, down to 1 timeout left to go. 1:21 on the clock, plus 11 on the glass in favor of the Sooners. 33-22. What a game here. Oklahoma trying to make it into March Madness. Their tournament lives on the line in this one, and we have a fantastic matchup. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified future live streams that I do cover. Wow. Hit me up in the chat. Who do you got in this one? Oklahoma or Texas Tech? And feel free to join the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group. That link is pinned to the chat. 2 timeouts remaining by Texas Tech. 1 by Oklahoma. Oklahoma with 6 personal fouls as a team. Second half, Texas Tech with 8. Top scores tonight, Umoja Gibson, 16 points for Oklahoma, 14 by Jordan Goldwire, 13 points by Jalen Hill. Kevin O'Banner, Davion Warren, both with 11 total points for Texas Tech leading the way. Big difference in this matchup. Offensive rebounds in favor of Oklahoma. 12-3 on the offensive glass, plus 11 total on the glass, 33-22. We're back into action, 54 all, 1:10 left to play for a chance to play Kansas tomorrow night in the Big 12 title game. Oklahoma with the ball at the top of the key. Jordan Goldwire dribbles up inside the key, drives. That shot gets blocked by Texas Tech. Huge rejection right there. That was Clarence Nadolny, number 3, coming into the game with a huge block. Nadolny drives. Blocked out of bounds by Oklahoma. Whistle blows, though. And the refs are going to call it a blocking foul on Jalen Hill. So Jalen Hill charged with a blocking foul. This will send Clarence Nadolny to the free throw line to shoot 2 for Texas Tech. 54 seconds left to go. Nadolny, a 73% free throw shooter. First shot, that is good. What a game tonight. Jalen Hill, with 13 points, has his 4th personal foul for Oklahoma. Clarence Nadolny will shoot 1 more at the free throw line. And that is good. Puts up the Red Raiders by 2. Oklahoma just 26% from 3-point range in this game. Difference could be free throws tonight. Texas Tech 80%, 8 for 10. 69% for Oklahoma, 11 of 16. Oklahoma gets the inbound. 52 seconds left to go. Gibson dribbles past midcourt. Hands it off to Jacob Groves. They pass it out to the left wing off to Marvin Johnson. Johnson passes down low to Chargo. Gives it out to the wing. Hill. 40 seconds left to go. Passing off to a cutter. Missed the layup by Gibson. Had a step behind the defender. And the rebound goes back to Texas Tech, secured by Santos Silva. In the backcourt, McCullough takes it past midcourt. Lost the handle, able to pick it up, though, as there was a reach and foul. 29.4 seconds left to play. Crusher for Oklahoma, as this has been a massive game of scoring droughts. Oklahoma has gone on a 2.5-minute scoring drought now. Texas Tech went on an 8.5-minute scoring drought at one point. And Oklahoma took the lead once down by 14. Kevin McCullough at the free throw line for Texas Tech in the bonus. Now 1-1. 73% at the free throw line this season. First shot by McCullough. He missed it off the back rim. Ripped away off the glass as a defensive rebound by Chargo. Oklahoma still with the ball. They have a chance and they're going to take a timeout. 23 seconds left to play. McCullough couldn't hit it in the 1-1 bonus. Missed the front end. And Oklahoma, with a shot clock turned off, will have something to draw up here with Porter Moser for a chance to go to the NCAA tournament. 23 seconds left to play. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much for joining in once again tonight. I plan on being back tomorrow night covering the winner of this game to take on Kansas tomorrow night at 6 o'clock Eastern time. Also the ACC championship I plan on covering as well. So Oklahoma will have the ball coming up. 23 seconds left to go. 2 timeouts remaining by Texas Tech, none by Oklahoma. Both of these teams, no fouls to give. And the bonus is if somebody commits, say, like a reach and foul, then you go to the free throw line, you shoot 1 shot. If you make the shot at the free throw line, the first one, you go to the free throw line again, you take a second shot. If you miss the first one, then the other team has a chance to rebound it, just like we saw right there, if you missed the first one. And then Texas Tech came away with no points at the line. Oklahoma got the rebound, and Oklahoma took it up the court and called a timeout. And if there's a bonus plus next to it, that means double bonus, so that means 2 free throws. But the bonus just means 1. So that was a big, big miss right there by McCullough. Opens up this game. Wow, Virginia Tech, man. 72-59, winners over UNC today. Virginia Tech going to play Duke tomorrow in the ACC championship game. 23 seconds left to go. Jalen Hill, the inbound passer on the far side. Jordan Goldwire is not on the court right now as he was getting oxygen by the staff. So Goldwire will head towards the bench. These guys got to be gassed right now. Oklahoma's going right full at it. Texas Tech's going to take a timeout, though. So Texas Tech got 1 timeout remaining as they're going to take some more time and talk things over. So 23 seconds left to play. Yeah, neither did my Friars today. I just saw the graphic. Creighton won on a 31-2 run when the game was scored up at 25. "23 seconds left to go. Oklahoma will get the inbounds. Thanks so much all for joining tonight. If you guys enjoyed the stream, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and what a game we have here for a chance to play Texas tomorrow night in the Big 12 Tournament Championship. Jalen Hill, the inbound passer for Oklahoma. He puts it into the backcourt. 20 seconds remaining. Oklahoma with the ball. Marvin Johnson on the far side. He's defended on the outside by Nadolny. Now switched to the top of the key by Santos Silva. Moves it out to the right wing. Hill dribbles right baseline, drives. Puts one up off the glass. No good. Tipped around. And Texas Tech with a seal white jersey is there, but they get called in a loose ball foul by Nadolny. So it was not a clean rebound. Clarence Nadolny called in the foul. The fans cannot believe it. And Oklahoma is going to go to the free throw line here. And I believe this is going to be a 1-and-1 bonus. Didn't look like it was on the shot. Let's see. Jalen Hill puts it up. No, that's a clean shot. And then, yeah, Nadolny going over the back, called in the rebound foul. So Oklahoma is going to go to the free throw line. 7.5 seconds left to play. 1-and-1 bonus by a 62% free throw shooter, Jacob Groves, who is yet to shoot a free throw tonight. Here's the front end, and he hits it. Jacob Groves, one more to see if he can tie it up, potentially force overtime for Oklahoma. Also, Oklahoma's owning the offensive glass tonight as well. That's been a huge, huge key in favor of the Sooners. 14-3. Second one, Groves missed off the back rim, tipped all the way to the backcourt. Oklahoma chasing it. They're going to need a prayer. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, drives, stumbles down the lane, stripped by Texas Tech in Oklahoma. Called in the travel by Gibson as time expires, and Texas Tech wins the ball game. Crusher for Oklahoma. An absolute crusher, missing the free throw. And it goes all the way to the backcourt with under 6 seconds left to go, and you have to pick it up. And Umoja Gibson, too many steps straight down the lane. And he got called in the travel as time expired in this game. Unbelievable finish here, as it will be Texas Tech versus Kansas tomorrow in the Big 12 Tournament Championship. Just driving straight into the seal white jerseys. An unfortunate turn of events right there for Oklahoma. The worst bounce that it could possibly go. Off a missed free throw. Comes down to 1 point. 1 point and a missed free throw. And that was the difference maker. Texas Tech 73% at the free throw line. Oklahoma 67% tonight. What a game for Oklahoma. Outscored Texas Tech 36-24. Man, the 18-15, that record not at all does it indicate the type of season for Oklahoma playing in the conference that they did. They should get respect. And in my opinion, this team at 18-15 deserves to be in the bracket over a team with a record of 17-14 that's in the Big 10. Man, the Big 12 this year was an absolute gauntlet. Teams taking down teams left and right. If Michigan gets in and this team doesn't, that's just violating an absolute no-no right there. That should not happen. This team should be put over Michigan in the bracket for what they've done, how well they fought. It's been close games like that all season long. I mean, it's been down to one possession. Win those games, they'd be able to play in the tournament. They probably upset some teams too. It's just unfortunate. Absolute unfortunate that the bracketologist got this team out of the bracket and Michigan in. It makes no sense. It's unbelievable. I'd put this team over a group of teams. Notre Dame, Wake Forest, Wyoming, Xavier. This team would go over that grouping of teams right there. So thanks so much all for joining in. Appreciate you guys for being a part of the channel. Before I do sign off, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. Going to close out to the channel members. Tomorrow night, I hope to plan on covering 2 games tomorrow. Since UConn and Providence lost today, it's going to be the Big 12 Tournament Championship tomorrow night between Texas Tech and Kansas, and then the ACC Tournament Championship after that, when I plan on doing as well, between Virginia Tech and Duke. Thanks so much all for joining in. Going to close out to the channel members before I wrap up. All channel members get a shout out as we have Jason, Cindy, Rajeep, Olded Deuce, Brian, SG Sports Talk, Russell, D-Block, BP, Greg, Oreo Pudding, Bino, Arohan, Mike, Mark, John, Jessica, Stephanie, Ahino, Joseph, Elkian, GFR90, Woody, Warren, I Am Ghost, Pamela, Keith, Isaiah, Manon Hayes, Barco, Dave, Rides of Steel, Kelly, and Bruin. New to the membership tonight. Came down all the way to the wire. 1 point, and that was the difference maker. 56-55. Texas Tech pulls out the 1-point victory over Oklahoma. Oklahoma went scoreless for the past 3 minutes in the game. Without a single field goal for the past 3 minutes in this game. Thanks so much all for joining in tonight. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night, everybody. Texas Tech pulls it out by 1 over Oklahoma.